We might see more setups like what they're doing at the Ellis Davis Fieldhouse today. We're talking about no appointment vaccinations Monday through Saturday, each day from 11 to 4 at the Fieldhouse in Dallas off Polk Street. They're still administering vaccines for people who have appointments. Those start a little earlier at 7:30 in the morning, but if you still want to register for a specific time, you can. Otherwise, just drive right on up. Vaccination efforts are ramping up all over North Texas. Eric Alvarez is in Tarrant County, where residents can expect new vaccine opportunities as well.
Long lines at the Farrington Field COVID-19 vaccination site in Fort Worth. But coming soon to Tarrant County families, new options to make the vaccination process more convenient.
There are a number of options for vaccines that are becoming more available because, well, the vaccines are becoming more available.
Matt Zavotsky is the spokesperson for MedStar, which is partnering with UNT Health Science Center on a new program to administer at-home doses for those who are unable to get to a vaccination site.
We are hopeful that we'll have not only the plans available, but really more importantly, the vaccines available to be able to start doing this partnership with UNT and other communities within the next week or two.
UNT Health Science Center is also launching 4 new vaccination sites in the next few weeks. While the exact locations and launch dates are still to be determined, residents in the Ridgemar area of Fort Worth, as well as Grand Prairie, Arlington, and Haltom City, can expect new sites nearby. As vaccination efforts continue to ramp up, sites are going to need even more people to help them pull it off.
It's good, but it's also a challenge for us now.
The city of Fort Worth is looking to hire 100 vaccine site assistants performing administrative work at $15 an hour and 100 medical technicians with medical backgrounds to administer shots at $20 an hour. Both involve 20 to 40 hours a week for a gig that could last up to 10 months, which could help people who've been out of work because of the pandemic, while also strengthening numbers in the fight against COVID-19. In Tarrant County, I'm Eric Alvarez.